I was the knight in shining armor in your movie. Would put your lips on mine and love the aftertaste now. I'm a ghost, I call your name, you look right through me. You're the reason I'm alone and masturbate.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, hi, my name is Maya, and today I'm just basically going to give you guys a update on everything that's been going on with life lately, like things going on with me and Alan, like updates on Grayson, all this kind of stuff, because I have not done like a update where I sit down and talk to you guys about things going on outside of like social media and everything, so like how our life is, what stuff we have for Grayson, that kind of stuff, I guess I'm trying to say. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about that, and while I do, I'm going to be unpacking from going to Alan's. I spent a couple of nights there, so I'm unpacking the bag that he took up to his dad's and my bag. So I'm going to be doing some kind of multitasking and talking to you guys about a bunch of stuff. So if you guys want to know what has been going on between the little No Walk family, just keep on watching. So I guess a first thing to start out with is probably talking about the whole Alan situation with him having a place to stay and everything. So if you do follow me on social media, you know that we were having struggles with figuring out places for him to stay because he got kicked out randomly for no apparent reason. So for right now, he is staying at a place, which is good. I'm glad that he found a place to stay and he's not just staying on the streets. I would not let him stay on the streets, obviously. I'm not that type of girlfriend. Ooh, this stuff all smells like Ayla. Is that weird to say? But things are planning out. Stress levels are going down a little bit. It was super duper stressful when that time did hit, because it just like hit us out of the middle of nowhere, and we were already kind of like scampering around and trying to figure out everything like with Grayson and stuff, which I will get more into, don't worry. But right now he does have a place to stay as far as I know. If he doesn't, obviously I sneak him into my house. That's kind of weird to say, but I would help him find somewhere to stay. Let's just say that. I would not let him stay on the streets or anything like that, because he doesn't need to be staying on the streets. So another thing to talk about is money and jobs. So if you also follow me on social media, you know that for a while me and Alan both didn't have jobs. It was kind of just like trying to figure everything out. Alan was struggling with finding a job that he actually liked and that worked with everything going on right now. He did have a job on the road where he basically set up amusement park rides, ran them, and then took them all down. But he stopped working there mainly because he wasn't being treated with the amount of respect that a person that's working that hard should be respected with. Employees were treating him very poorly, and just overall it was not something that he wanted to do. Plus he would have been missing so many family events because he was on the road constantly, and there was a like 95% chance that he could have been like 2 hours away from me when I go into labor, and him not being able to have a way back home, even though they told him they would give him a way home for when I go into labor. Basically, it did not seem like that was going to happen after a week of him working there. So now he is having a job working with a family member, taking care of them, and he will be getting paid $13 and I think some odd cents an hour, which is good. He finds out how, what his hours are going to be after he finishes filling out all the paperwork and stuff. So that is good, and he has said that strictly all of the money that comes in the paychecks is going to Grayson, because right now we are struggling with things for Grayson. Again, that's something else I will get more into, but he's making it just about Grayson right now, focusing on everything, because we do only have a couple of weeks left until Grayson comes, or it could be tomorrow that Grayson comes. So we're trying to make sure we have everything and we're not going to forget anything important that he needs. So basically things are starting to pan out. The road is starting to dwindle into being a little bit better. Obviously there are still some rough patches going on, but overall it's working out slowly but surely, and it's got to take some time to figure everything out, but it is starting to work out slowly. So since I got on the topic of Grayson, let's start on that one too. So Grayson does pretty much have a lot of the stuff that he needs, but right now in desperation we need to definitely get him more clothes, bottles for nighttime feedings. Like, there's just some things that we definitely need, but the biggest thing that we definitely need is newborn clothes, newborn pajamas, pants, hats, mitts, socks, all of that kind of stuff. He desperately needs. He has a few newborn outfits, but he has no sleepwear, so like footy pajamas he has none of. He has barely any blankets. He has 2 fuzzy blankets, which one's going to the hospital with me and one is in his diaper bag, so we do need to get him more fluffy blankets. Bottles, we only have 3 bottles now because one got damaged, unfortunately, because the thing on the back of my door that holds shoes, there's tacks holding it on my door, because if it didn't, it would not be strong enough to be held on my door. So a tack impaled the side of the bottle, so there is a hole in it now from when it fell. So obviously you can't use it because milk would leak out of it. So we are in desperation of getting stuff for Grayson, and we're just trying to get this all done so that we aren't like showing our struggles and stuff when he's here, because it's so hard to struggle and be stressed out when you're trying to take care of a baby as well. It's kind of easier when the baby's not here, because like you're thinking of that one thing and stressing about that one thing, but then when the baby's here you're stressing to make sure the baby's okay and you're taking care of the baby, and then, oh, I gotta get this and this and this and this and this. Your mind just races more when there's another person added to the equation. So yeah, and we are just trying to like make sure we have everything. A lot of our family has been super duper supportive and helping us out, which I'm super thankful for. Honestly, I don't know what I would do. I would be a complete wreck. I know Aylin probably would be a complete wreck if we didn't have all of that support that we have, so thankful. So another big topic that I'm going to talk about is apartments. So if you have been here for a little while, you know that I did have an apartment tour, and I was looking at apartments. Especially if you follow me on social media, you know a while ago, well, about a month ago, I was looking at apartments here where I live and up where Aylin was supposed to go work, and I kind of like put that on pause for right now because I had to cancel. Every time that I had an apartment tour, I ended up having to cancel because, one, I got sick on my first time, the first appointment, so I rescheduled it, and then the reschedule, my mom ended up having to work, so I had no way there. So, and now every single Tuesday I have a doctor's appointment now, so it's just not a good time to go look at apartments right now. I'll probably go do that after Grayson is born, but Aylin has also talked about getting an apartment with his cousin, because honestly right now how things are going, them being like pushed around, toyed around with the place where they're supposed to be living with Josh's mom, aka his cousin's mom, the landlord is being like super duper back and forth on things, so they've been talking about getting their own place, and I told them that the apartment building that I wanted to go look at, it's 2-bedroom. Like, I honestly would have no problem right now if we all live together, Grayson be in our room. Like, I don't mind that, just because we have been through so much right now that I don't really mind if we have his cousin there. His cousin's great, as long as his cousin keeps up and helps out and does not leave everything on to us and just lives there for free. I'm fine with it. But basically for right now, as far as I know, apartment searching is on pause. Obviously, I'm still going to keep that other apartment place in mind for when we are ready to get an apartment, but I don't think that I'm going to be like setting up an appointment or anything until closer to when we have the money, or until Aylin says, okay, let's go look at the apartment, because right now we just don't have the money, obviously, like I said. So yeah. So another big thing is I go to the doctors every week now. I have a doctor's appointment every single Tuesday. I will have I will have an appointment every single Tuesday up until my due date. And another big thing to talk about is Grayson could come anytime. So whenever Grayson decides to come, he could come tomorrow, he could come a week from now, he could come right the day before his due date, on his due date. Whenever. My doctor said that she's not going to stop my labor whatsoever, because I am over the point of when everything should be developed. I'm pretty sure that if I were to go into labor tomorrow, the only thing that would be done to me is I'd get the shot to make sure his lungs are fully developed. But besides that, Grayson could come whenever he wants, which I told Aylin that I think in the next couple of weeks he is going to come, either this week or next week possibly, just because how I've been feeling. I've been feeling a lot more tired, a lot more sore. I can definitely tell that he is lower and dropping. Just a lot more aches and pains and stuff. Contractions are easier to get now. Just all those types of stuff is kind of like aiming me towards thinking that he might come earlier. I think that he might come closer to the beginning of July and not towards the middle of July like his due date is, but we never know. He could just be like that stubborn boy who makes you think that he's gonna come sooner and then just waits a long time. And another thing, another reason why that I think that he's going to be coming earlier is because I did lose my mucus plug, either part of it or all of it, the other day. So they say that after that, labor could definitely come sooner, or it could happen a week or 2 or 3 down the road. So just to be cautious. So I am getting things ready for my hospital bag. I have stuff for me that I need to take. Aylin, I think the only things that we really need is like a hospital bag and planning like clothes and stuff. So definitely a lot of planning and stuff to do right now. Like, it's a lot of stress coming down to the wire, but it is all worth it in the end. So another big thing is, if you do follow me on social media a while ago, you did know that my mental health was kind of dropping a little bit, and I thought I would kind of update you guys on that as well. So if you don't know, I have very, very bad anxiety, and it was starting to get really bad towards the end of my pregnancy, and it was a lot on me, and it was a lot on Aylin because he was always the one that was there helping me out. And it really started right before he left for his on the road job, and I think it started mainly because I told myself, it's fine, go work, you need to do this, but mentally I was like, no, don't go, can you just find a job around here? But I did not want to seem like that type of girlfriend, so I kept it in and I did not tell him, and it turned into a bigger thing than what it should have. So fault's on me, I should have opened my mouth. But as of right now, things are starting to work out a little bit better. It's a slow process. There are good days and there are really, really bad days, but overall it just takes time and a lot of patience. Definitely Aylin has reached his patience point, I can tell. Like, it's just a lot for both of us, because just stressing about getting everything for Grayson and everything like that, and then on top of that, making sure that I'm mentally stable. Like, my biggest fear like 2 weeks ago was, what if I get too bad to not be able to take care of Grayson? Like, that is where my mindset was, and Aylin like literally had to look at me and say, don't think that way, like that's not the way you're going to think, you're gonna stop thinking like that, you're gonna be fine. So it is getting better. He's helping me a lot, and I couldn't be more thankful for that, because he does help a lot. He is the reason that I'm getting better. But basically it's an up and down process, but it's slowly getting better, which I'm glad about. I have definitely noticed that my mood has changed. There's obviously days where there's nothing wrong with me, but everything's wrong with me. So like nothing could be bothering me, but then everything is. So there are definitely days like that, but for the most part I've been having pretty good days, having pretty good days, and it's all coming down. So I think it's just mostly the reason that it took a while for me to get back to getting better is because of all the stress that we've been under. So obviously stress and getting better mentally, not such a good thing, but thankful that everything is starting to pan out now. So I think the very last thing to talk to you guys about is Grayson's name being changed. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this in a YouTube video yet or what, but me and Aylin did decide to change Grayson's middle name to Michael, and I will explain this whole thing right now. So if you have been a subscriber for a while, you know Grayson's full name is Grayson James Nowak, and we did recently just change his middle name to Michael, so Grayson Michael Nowak is now his full name. I know, kind of sounds weird, but trust me, you'll understand why we changed it in the long run. But basically, when I did the dad Q&A, somebody had asked if Aylin ever thought about changing Grayson's name, and Aylin told me no, and I told Aylin, well, I did think about changing Grayson's name at some point, so that's kind of like how it started to be like talked about. And he asked me, oh, well, what did you want to change it to? And originally, I kind of wanted to change his middle name to Grayson James Aylin Nowak, or just Grayson Aylin Nowak, because I really wanted some part of Aylin's name besides Aylin's last name and Grayson's name, because I picked Grayson's first name, so I kind of wanted something special besides Aylin's last name and Grayson's name. So we went with Michael because Aylin's middle name is Michael, and I thought it was a great idea. And I've even told Aylin that next time we have a boy, we definitely need to come up with a name where Aylin can be his middle name, because Aylin has done a lot for Grayson. It might not seem it sometimes, but he has done so much for Grayson, more than I could thank him for. I'm so thankful for everything he has done for Grayson and just the support and stuff, but I really do like Grayson's name. I have to change the whiteboard that's over here. You can't even see it, but I'm super excited. I cannot wait for it to be official, to write his name out on his birth certificate. But basically, we just wanted something special for Grayson's name, and Michael and Aylin having the middle name Michael as well just kind of like brings father and son together, I feel. So I was more than happy to give Grayson Aylin's middle name. So yeah. So the last thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is not really an update with family related and stuff like that. So basically, I'm going to talk to you guys about what's going on with YouTube videos and stuff like that. So if you guys have noticed, I've been kind of up and down with posting YouTube videos, and the reason for that is I'm just super duper busy, and it's just, I get on top of my game, I post good and everything, and then I don't pre-record a video. A lot of stuff comes up and I get super busy, and then I end up not like filming because I just lose the energy to film. So I'm hopefully going to pre-record as many videos as I can, but the only problem with pre-recording videos is my phone storage is super duper low, so I can only film about like 2 videos at a time, which I really wish I could film 3, but the only problem with filming 3 is if I do film the update video, I can't really update you guys on things that have happened throughout the week, because obviously I don't know how the week's gonna go, so I can't pre-record the week ahead to do an update video for you guys, because normally when I do film them, I film them on Saturday and they go up on Sunday. So those are really the only videos I'm struggling on right now, is update videos. I've been pretty good with like Wednesday and Friday videos, but hopefully after Grayson comes, everything will be a little bit better. I do plan to do like weekly updates on Grayson and everything for you guys, and just talk to you guys about how he's doing as he gets older. I'm also going to try to, because I'm supposed to be getting a iTunes card to put more storage on my phone, so hopefully I can pre-record a few videos, like probably like 2 weeks worth of videos for when I go into labor, just so that I can post them and not miss video upload days. Obviously that might not happen, but it's just kind of something hit or miss. But I will not be quitting after Grayson is born. No way. I'm not quitting any of my social medias at all after Grayson is born. Nope. I will be posting again. It just might be a little bit until I'm like getting back into the flow of things, trying to get into a steady rhythm of everything going on. So it will take a little bit to get a handle and grasp on everything, but I promise I'm not going to quit or anything. I love doing YouTube. I love doing like posting on social media and stuff, even though I do take like breaks from doing it, and then other times I like post a whole lot. But just coming down to the wire, guys. It's getting really busy and I'm getting so much stuff that needs to be done. So if a day I don't post, just know it's just probably because I have been super duper busy and I did not have time to film. But there will be a video up at least once a week, I promise. It might not be 3 times a week, it will be at least once a week though, so just bear with me. Posting schedule will pan back out to normal once everything is back into normal kind of like phase. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye guys!